Sup, brah? Zach, what's that mean? What's up, fighting Yangs? I don't know what that means, Zach. Is that millennial talk? No 6-hour live today. Maybe 2 hours. Justin Geese just said, or Geis, whatever, Dale Chance pissing in Mountain Dew bottles in his mother's basement. Well, I'm glad Dale's mom has a basement because Dale's double wide is sitting on a crawl space. Kim Haynes' first topic. There's nothing to talk about with Jim. Sore calves can suck. Thoughts on Lenny and Rob's new video? The one that just came out today, Training Chest with Jason and Cassidy? I haven't watched it. I just saw the thumbnail for it. It's probably a lot better with Jason and Cassidy in it than just Rob and Lenny. Watching Rob and Lenny is just makes my brain hurt because they both together, when it's just those two, their humor is so immature. I just can't get into it. It's like a weird kind of energy. Oh. Casey Wood says, WAP, white and proud. Okay. Rob Lynn Bailey just said, ooey and gooey, father. You know, I'd like to know, speaking of Rob Lynn Bailey, I made a comment on one of Dana Lynn Bailey's posts, and it was a serious question. I just simply asked, who had inherited all the money, you or Rob? ? Because it's pretty obvious one of them, you know, where do they live? Like fucking Wyoming or something stupid? North Dakota, South Dakota? I mean, come on, man. That's where rich people move when they inherit money, to get away from the city folks. So one of them obviously inherited money. See, that's the thing about most these sluts, most these fitness sluts on Instagram, somebody else is paying their bills. You don't make money being an Instagram slut. No, I didn't do a heroin bump today, but it is early. You know, speaking of Instagram sluts, I was checking my phone a couple hours ago, and I clicked on the Instagram app button, and the fucking first thing that pops up is your post has been deleted for violating our community standards. And I'm like, what in the fuck did I do now? Because the only thing I posted today was that picture of General Patton. And I'm like, oh my God, the fucking leftists are deleting my fucking General Patton post because it's anti-communist. And that's for sure what I thought it was. Anyway, I looked at the thumbnail of the post that they said was removed, and it was that old post from a week or two ago when I posted Olivia's life coaching fucking page, that pink screenshot. So I'm like, what in the fuck? That was deleted a long time ago, at least a week ago. So I went to my page and the General Patton post was still there. So I'm like, why am I've already got a notification for that Olivia post getting removed. Why? I don't know. I just got kind of paranoid. Like they were fucking with me. Like, watch yourself, buddy. You posted something anti-communist. Zuckerberg is after you now. Confused boomer, right. Maybe it was just a glitch in my phone, re-showing a, notification I got 2 weeks ago. Whatever. I know I'm making more out of it than it is, but it just got me. My initial reaction was like, what the fuck? They deleted my George Patton fucking post? Was that his name, George? I get confused. I know that George C. Scott played General Patton in the movie, so. Cinco de Mayo is an awesome fucking holiday. You guys wouldn't think that I'm into Mexican holidays, but any holiday that celebrates the French getting their ass kicked, I'm all for. Thoughts on Big Lenny and Rob following him around? Big J. Who? Cassidy Campbell or Jason Genova? Is that the real Hamburg or a fake one? Probably the real Hamburg because he can't speak proper English. Whatever, I got a backup page fucking ready to go. Nate's Last Cuckery just wrote, Hamburg is a clown. Yeah, kinda. Well, he was like the first cousin to the Misfits. He was basically the leader of the Swedish division till he fucking backstabbed father. Going behind my back trying to make treaties on my behalf. Oh, Jay's a real good guy. I don't need that. What happened with Laith? I don't know. I'm just going off what I saw that the Reddit guys posted. Someone DM'd me that shit too. A link with all of the recent court cases that Laith has been involved in. Hamburg is a traitor, the enemy within. Yeah, I don't even know if he knew he was being a traitor. I think that's just the way he is. He doesn't stand for anything. He wants everybody to like him. When you try and be friends with everybody, you wind up with none. You got to stand for something. If you're friends with everybody, you don't stand for anything. Because if you stood for something, somebody's going to hate your fucking guts. Leo has been arrested 3 times. Can't be everything to everyone. Right. Hamburg is still a misfit. There's no such thing as the misfit, guys. The Misfits is just a made-up name given to people that, may or may not have appeared in, Prince Andrew's YouTube channel. I mean, for Christ's sake, the name of his channel isn't even the Delray Misfits. You never stand, you always sit, Father. Yes. When you're heavy, you always try and look for a place to sit down. Ugh. Lenny and Rob episodes are unwatchable anymore. Well, they need a third person. See, when the cameraman tries to be the other guy with the main character, it doesn't work. I don't care who you're talking about. It's almost better when the cameraman does not talk, or when he does talk, it's very rare, and he saves it when he has something very intelligent to say. That's what Prince Andrew does. The cameraman needs to be filming 2 people. You can't have one person on camera interacting with the cameraman. It just doesn't work. It's not good. It's not good film. And I've never taken a film class in my life. I just know what's good and what's not. Lenny needs someone else to film with. He can't just interact with someone filming him. It just turns into immature fucking gibberish. Oh. Cassidy is such a cringe, boring, awkward addition to the videos. Yeah, it's better than nothing, though. I kind of got a pull for Cassidy. He's got so many fucking people rooting against him. It's kind of like me. John Bravo filming Lenny. Johnny Bravo has gone full cuck since this Cassidy Campbell shit. Yeah. Thoughts on Maniacs turning on Lenny now, calling him a cookie cutter. I haven't seen that. I think Lenny's fans are pretty fucking loyal. Cassidy Campbell is the final nail in the coffin for the Misfits. Brad's keeping it alive, brah. Brad's having the fellas out for steaks when I come home next time. Father, can Dale deadlift 600? I'll bet he can. I mean, Dale is so short, he barely has to squat down to grab the bar. I'm sure Dale's a pretty good deadlifter. Dale can probably take 5 plates for a ride. And when I say a ride, I mean a bunch of reps. But he's short. He should be able to. Cassidy didn't want Rob filming him already. I never heard that. I don't know. Dale said you're not 6 feet. I'm willing to bet that unless I've shrank, I am at minimum at least 72 inches. I might even be 72 and a half inches or 72 and a quarter inches. I've been measured as tall as 72 and 3/4 of an inch. So I know I'm 6 foot. Unless I've shrank, maybe my knee surgery, I lost height. 5'11" after injury. That's funny. It's possible. It's entirely possible I lost a half inch after that knee surgery. Oh, 5'11.999. Yeah, exactly. If you lost 80 pounds, you'd be 6'1". Now that's funny.
Upcoming violation, 14-hour workday limit, 11-hour driving limit.
Upcoming violation. Someone was saying that that would be a good account for a new troll. Jay's last upcoming violation. Jerk off tablet. Actually, my tablet isn't as high quality as my phone. It's got a bigger screen, but the camera sucks. The microphone sucks. It's just a cheap tablet. I love the day you called Dale a cherub and then proceeded to explain what a cherub was. Right, because a lot of people don't know. Everyone knows who Cupid is. You know, the little guy for Valentine's Day who flies around with a bow and arrow, getting couples to fall in love when he shoots them with an arrow. Well, Cupid is a race from a race of people called cherubs. Is a 500-pound deadlift at 190-pound body weight a good lift? Depends how old you are, brah. I mean, if you're still in high school, I'd say that's excellent. You know, but if you're 30, I'm not going to really compliment that lift if you're 30. Cupid shot you with Brad's arrow, unfortunately. Father, thoughts on Derek Chauvin's appeal for a mistrial? I think Chauvin was guilty of the manslaughter charge. I think the two other charges he got convicted of are bogus. I think the jury was completely intimidated. So I don't think he deserves to get off on the manslaughter charge. I mean, I'd like to see him get off just because I'd like to see the PMs burn down all the major cities. But You know, he doesn't deserve to get off the manslaughter charge. He's guilty as fuck of that manslaughter charge. But the second degree murder charge, that's bullshit. Sorry, it is. Nice Walmart shirt. Yeah, this is a cheapie. You notice there's no registered trademarks on it. It just says Go Blue. This is definitely not authentic gear. I'll admit it when I don't wear authentic gear. I just don't like it when I am wearing authentic gear and you guys say it's a Walmart shirt. I mean, come on, man. I'm never going to pass off a Walmart shirt as being authentic gear. Chauvin is a national hero. PM deserved what he deserved, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I see your point, but it's not the job, it's not the policeman's job to be the judge, jury, and executioner. You know? The fucking PM was passing a fucking counterfeit $20 bill. Most of the time, they don't even take people in for that. They just write them a fucking a ticket, you know, to appear in court. I mean, I don't even think anything can be considered a felony if it's under $100. Counterfeiting money might be different because that's a federal offense. But how would that PM even know that was counterfeit? You know what I mean? You know what they should have done? Like, if it was 1965, they would have thrown that dude in the car, driven him to a vacant lot, beat him up a little bit, and left him there. Not beat him up enough to kill him or break any bones or you know, just they would have fucking taken him to a vacant lot and said, you want to resist arrest? This is what happens when you resist arrest. And they would have just they would have just fucking tuned him up a little bit and then left him there to think about how stupid he was. And he'd be alive today. I'm not saying break bones or you know, but you should take him to a vacant lot, tune him up a little bit. I mean, they're descendants of slaves. That's basically what they understand. That's a great quote right there. Someone needs to turn that into a meme. They're descendants of slaves. That's what they understand. He was handcuffed when Chauvin was on his neck. That's why I think manslaughter, he's guilty as fuck. I mean, I personally think George Floyd was dying of an overdose. And I personally think that Derek Chauvin did not allow him medical treatment soon enough. And I don't think refusing someone medical treatment is murder, but it's manslaughter all day long. All day long. Open and shut case for manslaughter. Anyone wants to tell me he's not guilty of manslaughter, you obviously don't know anything about the law. I mean, it's an open and shut case for manslaughter. Second degree murder, get the fuck out of here. Oh. Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse, he was defending himself. They were going to kill him with that skateboard. They were armed? An ambulance was on the way. I know, but when the paramedics got there, Chauvin still put his hand on his fucking gun to try and kind of intimidate the paramedics. I mean, that's an asshole cop. If I was a fucking paramedic and I show up to the scene and a fucking cop fucking put his hand on his didn't pull it out of the holster, but he put his hand on his gun. If a cop did that to me and I was a paramedic in the same city as him, goddamn right, I don't know if I would meet up. The cops and the firefighters, they probably go to the same bar in that town. I would be at that bar that night telling all the fucking cops, you get that pussy up here right now. He fucking, that is not right. Firemen and cops should get along. You don't intimidate a fucking paramedic putting your hand on your gun. That's bullshit. And I personally think 9 times out of 10, a fireman is going to beat the fuck out of a cop. Talk about how you're going to make Brad like you again. That ship has sailed. Ever since his daughter got her own YouTube account and has been coming on here and courting me, Brad's not going to fucking put up with that. If I wanted to be friends with Brad, I should have blocked Grace. Jesus Christ, Zach. Do you guys see what Zach just wrote? Nut in Grace. I shouldn't even repeated that. She's a fucking minor, you idiot. Oh, wait. We're talking about a troll, right? It was probably a man. Lefty Nero says, you killed that relationship before Grace. Yeah, but you know, here's the deal. You know, no one wants to talk about Brad running his mouth about wanting to fuck my mom. You know, but the minute I talk shit about his kids, I'm a horrible fucking person. You know, everyone forgets about Brad running his mouth about wanting to fuck my mom. And I don't know how you guys feel. Some of you guys probably would have fucking punched him right in the face the first time he ever said it. I was very tolerant of that little prick. So for him to get all huffy and puffy and play like, you know, world's greatest father, I'm going to draw a line in the sand. You insulted my children. Well, go fuck yourself. I should have flattened your fucking nose the first time you talked about my mother, but I didn't because we were friends and I realized you were just talking shit and I let it go on too long and he got too comfortable doing it because I didn't put a stop to it. And I took it to the next level because that's the way I roll. You want to play? I'm taking it to the next level. Let's play. And then he gets all butthurt. You know, I said that shit about the Taco Queen pulling off a food stamp fraud. You know, staying on food stamps once she moved into Brad's house. And he, you know, see, when a guy has got a girl, you insult the couple, you know what I mean? I basically accused both of them of doing food stamp fraud. Dude, nine times out of 10, I know that's the second time I've said that, 9 times out of 10, a guy in a relationship is going to side with his woman over a friend. And if you disagree with me, well, You've had different life experiences than me. But pussy whipped guys are always going to side with their old lady. Because they figure once we break up, him and I can work it out and become friends again. That's the way guys think. They got to side with the old lady because they know if they side with their buddy, that chick is history. No more pussy for you. That's just the way the world works, brah. Can't get your feelings hurt over it. Jay, would you say Putin is the last true leader of the free world? Well, for one thing, Russia isn't exactly the free world. But is Putin the last real stud, man's man, running a country? Yeah, probably. I mean, Putin's a fucking stud. You don't think Russian people are fucking proud of their leader? I mean, come on, man. Putin's a fucking animal. Kills a lot of people. I don't know. I mean, who does Putin kill? Zach says he's a wannabe tough guy. Oh, Zach hates Russia, but Zach is pro-Hitler. He's ex-KGB. Yeah, I get that. But you don't think people in America who are ex-CIA have killed people, tortured people? They're just as bad as Putin. I mean, fuck. We're not even allowed to fucking waterboard fucking Muslims that fucking blow up the fucking World Trade Center anymore. For Christ's sake. Yeah, Biden's a clown. Absolute clown. I'd rather have 1975 Joe Biden. Joe Biden was, but Democrats weren't bad people in 1975 either. 1975 Joe Biden was a fucking a good guy. He's so pickled from senility. He's got these fucking lefties fucking pulling his strings like a fucking puppet. Biden loves kids. Update on Grace. I don't know. I haven't seen Grace on here yet tonight. Are there two Grace accounts? I know I got a little upset the other night because one of the accounts was Grace Wolf. And I know that Brad's real last name is Grace Murray. So I knew that wasn't, there's no such thing as Grace Wolf. I knew that was a troll. Grace Wolf is not welcome on this channel because it's obviously not the real Grace. That's funny as shit that I even said that out loud. Grace Wolf is not welcome on this channel because it's obviously a troll. Who's your favorite Canadian? I don't know. Aykroyd? John Candy? Leader of Hungary, Viktor Orban, said he welcomed all white Christians to move there. Huh. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't Hungarians a Germanic people? Like the ancient Germanic tribes. You know, they just didn't settle in Germany. I mean, didn't they settle in Switzerland and Austria? And I thought maybe Hungary. Austro-Hungarian army. And I don't think Hungarian people are Slavs, are they? Aren't Hungarians Germanic? See, I get confused about Serbia. When it comes to the old Yugoslavia, I kind of forget who the Christians are and who the Muslims are. So I don't want to comment on Serbia because I might say the wrong thing. Their language is Finno-Ugric. Who are we talking about? Hungarians? I know that when I was in college, I used to go to this butcher shop, and it was called the Meat Chalet. And you get those of you guys from the north where you get a lot of snow. You know what an A-frame house is, so that the weight of the snow doesn't collapse your building. The Meat Chalet was this little butcher shop in Whitmore Lake, Michigan, and the owner of this butcher shop, the Meat Chalet, was a Hungarian man named Louis Alzaltos, and he's probably dead by now but dude, best pork chops, best steak, best bacon, best fucking beef jerky, and just I love that man. I loved his pork chops. Jesus Christ. You can't get pork chops like that in the grocery store. Oh. He would bring out the whole loin and be like, how thick you want them? And you know, what do you recommend? He'd say, 1.25 inches. Okay, 1.25 inches. You know, like in the grocery store, you say you want 2 pound, I want 3 pound, I want 4 pound, whatever. Not in a real butcher shop. You order how thick you want it. They cut the shit for you. Yeah, I need some New York strips. How thick you want them? 1.25 inches. Now, I've goofed around with some stuff that was 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches is borderline getting a little too thick. Unless you like it raw in the middle. Because to get 1.5 inches rare in the middle, the outside might wind up getting a little burnt. Whereas 1.25 inches, you can make that fucker perfect. Thoughts on the IRA? I really don't. Kind of like the Yugoslavia thing. I'm not really up to speed on. Now, isn't Northern Ireland part of Great Britain? And the that's what the IRA is all pissed about. I mean, I'm a little confused about it. I don't know. It's a Catholic Protestant thing, right? Like Ireland, they're fucking Catholic, and the United Kingdom, they're fucking Protestant. And the Irish basically want to kick the goddamn Protestants off their island, which they should have a right to do. You know. So even though I don't have a firm grasp on the situation, I just kind of worked my way through it. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm pro IRA, but I think that that the Catholics have a right to kick the fucking Protestants off their fucking island. This is our fucking island. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just working my way through it using logic. The IRA was funded by Gaddafi. Dude, that could be fucking a complete lie. Gaddafi's another guy that should not be dead. Muammar was a horrible fucking human being. But you figured the U.S. would have learned a lesson after killing Gaddafi. But then we go and kill Saddam Hussein. When you knock out a ruthless dictator, somebody worse is always going to step in. Always. Can anybody think of a situation where a ruthless dictator was overthrown and somebody better came in? It almost never happens. Thoughts on being called father? I mean, look at the Shah of Iran. Remember, the Shah of Iran was basically put in charge of Iran by the CIA, I think in the 1950s. And he was a cocksucker, horrible human being. But look what happened to Iran after they kicked the Shah out of the fucking country. You got the Ayatollah Khomeini. Jay, thoughts on Andrew calling you a liar about not paying Lenny for Misfit videos? Okay. Look, I'm going to tread very lightly on this question because Andrew is a good friend of mine. So I said Andrew didn't pay Lenny, and Andrew is saying I'm a fucking liar and that he did. Is that what you're saying? Because I really, to be honest with you, I don't actually know personally of Andrew like getting out his little checkbook and writing Big Lenny a royalty check for profits made off its YouTube channel. I don't know anything about that. If that's ever happened, I've never witnessed it. I've never talked about it. It's never involved me. So, therefore, I don't know what to say. But if this supposed person who claims Andrew called me a liar, I don't know. Right, I'm kicked out. Brad said you're not allowed to talk about the Misfits. You're kicked out. No, but honestly, I don't think Andrew said that. But I'll stick by my guns. I don't know if Andrew ever pulling out his checkbook and writing Big Lenny a royalty check. But Andrew may have helped out Lenny with his rent, maybe bought Lenny some groceries, But as far as paying him directly, like a royalty check, like, here, bro, this video of you made X amount of dollars. I'm going to give you 40% or whatever, just making that number up. No, I don't think that's ever happened. People have just helped Lenny. That's why I don't think Andrew called me a liar. I think you're trolling me, trying to get me to say something bad about Prince Andrew. Let's talk about how you felt like you were entitled to more t-shirt money. Well, Pomps refused to pay me. I wasn't entitled. Pomp just simply refused to stop paying me. It's the principle, Jay. Let me tell you guys something good about Brad. Before Prince Andrew and Brad gave the t-shirt company away to Pomps, basically for free, because they were sick of doing it. I used to hook up with Brad, whatever, every couple of weeks, whatever, and I wouldn't even know it was coming. Brad would just like say, oh, by the way, and then he would open up his wallet. You made this amount of money on your shirts on the last sale, and hand me some cash. And I was like, cool, man, thank you. It was like Brad was honest about it. Well, he could have been lying, but I don't think so. It was among friends. And even though Brad and I are not friends anymore, I'm telling you what, I don't think Brad ever cheated me out of 1 penny on the t-shirt sales. And I never had to ask him for any money, and I never did. We would just be hanging out. And he would be like, oh, by the way, you made this on the last t-shirt sale, here's your cut. And then he would hand me money. It was like free money. You know what I mean? Like, they did all the work. It was like free money. So I wasn't going to question it. You know what I mean? I know what a pain in the ass it was for Brad and Andrew. What they did to make those shirts and sell them and package them and mail them out sucked. And I'm just out on the road fucking drinking and, smoking crack and banging trannies, and Brad just hands me free money. Like, oh, here's your cut from the last t-shirt. Cool. Thank you, Brad. I love you. I love you, Brad. And then when Pomps took over, I think Pomps gave me money once. Maybe once. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Pomps gave me money once. And then after that, I never saw a fucking penny. But you know what? I didn't bitch about it. And I kept it on the inside. I kept it on the inside. I kept it on the inside. I never talked about it. Because when Brad and Andrew were doing it, it was like free money. So I really couldn't bitch about it. But then when I started figuring out, like, well, what Pomps is just keeping all this goddamn money, I had to open my fucking mouth. Pomps is a piece of shit. And Brad never did me dirty on the fucking t-shirt money. And I'm not privy to the books, and I have no idea how many Bedroom Bully shirts actually were sold. But I'll put my hand on a stack of Bibles right fucking now, and I'll say I trust what Brad did. Right now, I'll put my hand on a stack of Bibles, and I'll say, the money Brad gave me, I trust it was right. And Brad might say I'm a cocksucker, and he, like to see me dead, and anything that happens to me, yeah, well, fuck him. But I'm talking about in business. Brad did me right. And whatever. I was naive. I could be wrong. But I'm just telling you how I feel. I never thought for a second Brad was cheating me on t-shirt money. Ever. And I would never say that or imply that, because that would be fucking dirty and wrong. And trust me, I'm a troll. I'm dirty and I'm wrong. A lot, and I like it. But I'm not, when it comes to the t-shirt business, I want the truth to be out there. Pomps is a fucking scumbag. Brad and Andrew were not. That's the fucking truth. And a lot of people can't handle the truth. You know? Pomps kept all the $15. Now, Brad used to give me like $200, like every time we had a fucking sale, which, is peanuts compared to what Lenny made. I think my shirts sold probably like 30% or 20% of what Lenny's shirts sold. How much money has Lenny made all this? Who knows? I don't know. I just know that in the good old days, when Brad and Andrew were cranking out the fucking shirts, every couple of weeks, fucking Brad would hook me up with $200. And I had a job, so to me that was just free money. Go get a little cocaine, go get a tranny. It doesn't even come out of my wallet. Why didn't anyone corroborate your story against Pomps? They don't have to. Who cares? Honestly, I mean, Pomps has probably skimmed so much money off the Lenny and the Genova shirts, and that's none of my business, to be honest. I just got mad about what he was doing to me. Pomps is using that money and laughing at you. Not anymore. I mean, remember eventually, maybe Pomps burned me for $500, whatever. Who cares? I mean, he probably blew that on fucking pizza delivery and 2 liters of Pepsi. I mean, look at the guy. I need a cigarette bad. White Shadow, no, I don't. Yes, I do. Pumps would beat your ass with a skateboard. I'd like to see him try. He ain't getting through that. Also, I found a friend. I found this metal tube. This isn't a weapon. It's just a metal tube. But it's really heavy. I could crack some skulls with this. Right? I don't even need a gun. I got a metal tube and a can of fucking wasp and hornet spray. Yeah, I'd love to fuck someone up with this. Wham! I don't want to show you guys my hammer. I'm actually, the conservative Cuban is having me a custom trucker hammer built as we speak, because we can't carry tire thumpers anymore, because in some states tire thumpers are considered illegal because they're considered weapons. Like, you can't carry around a baseball bat and say, well, I got to check my tires. So that's why truckers carry hammers. And the Cuban is having custom ball peen hammers with the logo from the t-shirt he had made for me, burned into the wood on the handle. Remember the t-shirt? Because the Cuban told me that a lot of bikers like to carry ball peen hammers, because just like truckers, they can't carry weapons. So cops find a ball peen hammer on a fucking biker, they can't charge him with carrying a weapon. Yes, the Sons of Anarchy ball peen hammers coming. And the Cuban is going to get a wood burner, and anyone who orders one, he's going to have me sign my name on the handle of each one. Just carry a skateboard, bro. Dude, come on, man. You seriously want to carry a skateboard going up against a trucker with a hammer? That's just stupid. I forgot about my other friend. The really long screwdriver. Dude, come on, man. Before your skateboard gets anywhere near me, this is going to be a foot inside your belly. And this is a tool. This is not a weapon. This is a fucking screwdriver. Right. I'll take my screwdriver and a fucking hammer up against any skateboarder any day of the fucking week. This thing is nasty. Imagine having that shoved up your fucking bowels. Zach, that's inappropriate. Zach, you can't talk about violence against Grace. Grace is a special needs person, and for her to feel safe on this channel, I'm going to have to ask you to tread lightly. Otherwise, we're going to have to block you, because we're certainly not going to block Grace. Grace is a great addition to this channel, and her info on everything is much more valuable than anything you're offering. So, trust me, Zach. If it comes down to us choosing between you and Grace, we're all going to choose Grace. So, just tread lightly, my friend. Remember, you're talking about someone's daughter. Father, did you see that Lenny got another charge yesterday? It was a traffic violation. I really don't know the specifics, honestly. I did hear that, and I don't know anything about it, honestly, that's factual, but I believe it's true. That's all I can say. Grace would like that black rod. This was just a piece of junk that I picked up. And the reason I liked it is because it's fucking heavy. I mean, this thing is heavy. This isn't like light. This is something that would really ruin somebody. And I keep it right here in the door pocket on my left side, on the driver's side. And I got the screwdriver over there. And I got the wasp spray on my right. I mean, you'd seriously be fucked if you came up to my truck wanting to pick a fight. I'm probably just going to blind you with the wasp spray and then drive off and hope nobody got my fucking No, I don't carry any guns on this truck. Jay, do you think hell can begin on Earth? No, absolutely not. But wait, is Grace Murray on here? There's someone respond to Grace Murray. Is my girl here? My baby girl? Zach calls her carrot custard. Hey, baby girl. Right. Smell my fingers, Father. Yes. Dick Les wants to know how's the pick, Jay. Um, it, taking it slow with the pack, brah. Just doing, just doing Jason Blaha German volume training. You know, 225. You know, for multiple sets of 10. That's how you. That's how you come back from these things. Is Jason Blaha training. But to be honest, actually, you know, just doing 225 for sets of 10 is actually the right way to come back from an injury like that. Every once in a while, Blaha gets it right. You know, I don't know anything about the Book of Hercules. I need to smoke. I need to find a fucking. Lefty Nero, you're kind of a prick. I talked to you on fucking Instagram. You're kind of a prick. You're not really a Big J fan. You're more of a troll. Why don't you run along and go suck Brad's dick? Go tell the Taco Queen, "Oh, you're looking great." Yeah. We're at war here. Lefty Nero, no, you pissed me off on Instagram with something you said in uh when I sent that dwarf picture of Brad squatting. You said he squats more than you. Fuck you, brother. Make fun of my injury? You're not my friend. Making fun of Big J's knees? You're not my friend. John Smith says, you crippled yourself. It's hilarious. And not necessarily. That do you feel the same way about that guy who had that horrible pec tear training with what's his name? Grace has arrived. Yeah, that guy that Larry Wheels was spotting on the fucking incline. Are you guys trashing him? Like, oh, you did it to yourself. I haven't trolled that guy. Yeah. You know what Big J did? Big J just tried to stay in the game a little bit too long. That's all. I'm not bitter. I'm not fucking angry. You know? Where's Grace? Talk to me, Gracie, baby. This is Uncle Jay. Remember I put a finger in you on Easter? Grace Murray. Why won't my... Jesus, the quote... Slow down, people. Grace Murray. Why won't my dad come visit me? He barely visits twice a year. Gracie, you know I love you. He's very busy with his new family, and I know it hurts, but here's the deal. Brad and your mom had a falling out, but I'd like to actually help you fix that, and because this current tramp he's living with, she doesn't even know who the father of her kid is, and Brad could actually save money if he kicked the Taco Queen and her kid out and moved Gracie and Gracie's mom into that house. If Brad knew anything about math, Brad could be banking more fucking money towards his retirement. Because Gracie's not going to live forever. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have to marry Gracie's mom. Just kick out the Taco Queen and her illegitimate kid and move in Grace and Grace's mom. And then, you know, when Grace finally expires, he could cordially ask the mom, like, well, hell, we were never married. It's really time for you to go. That's the business approach to how you handle fucking women. Ryan Cade has said, great advice, Jay. Right. I would tell the Taco Queen and her son, get the fuck out. And then I would reconcile with Grace's mother, because that fucking shit's $600 a month. Fuck. You give Grace's mom and Grace a free place to live, That's $600 in your pocket. So now, a lot of you guys are going to be saying like, well, shit, Jay, it's not exactly like that. How much hot water do you think Grace uses? I mean, for Christ's sakes, how much electricity do you think Grace uses? I mean, she's on a fucking feeding bag. I mean, come on, man. Make your own feeding bags. Mix a little Kool-Aid, with some amino acids. Yeah, Brad's fucked. Brad hates me for a reason. And it's a good reason. I don't hate Brad for hating me. See? That's the thing. Brad hates me for a reason. And the reason is I figured it all out. Like I would kick the taco queen and her son out of there. I don't care how good that pussy is. I could give
Violation,
2 fucks about how good that pussy is. There ain't no pussy that good. I mean, if you guys know about some pussy that's that good, let me know about it. Yeah. Brad could be moving Gracie back into the fucking big house, so she doesn't have to, shit in the fucking outhouse like a slave. It's a pretty good cook, though. Yeah. Put the phone back down, Father. Yeah. Sorry. Panicking. No. If I was Brad's financial advisor, I could probably swing him. I'm thinking close to $2,000 a month. I mean, I know I'm aiming the bar high, but if we got Gracie back if we got rid of the Taco Queen and her kid that nobody knows who the father is, just told them to hit the bricks, and then moved in Gracie and Gracie's mom. So you wipe out everything he was spending on Taco Queen and Taco Queen's son. Who knows what that is? You know what I mean? And then you wipe out the $600 a month child support on Gracie. Wipe that out. Dude, come on, man. We're almost at my goal. Brad is a moron in economics. Like, he thinks, like, better pussy is worth, like, $2-3 grand a month. He's a fucking moron. First off, I've seen pictures of Grace's mom. She's a very attractive woman. I would love to fuck Grace's mom. And so Brad is costing himself $2,000 to $3,000 a month to fuck the Taco Queen over Grace's mom. Okay. Now, come on, man. Who spent? I mean, I mean, obviously, rich guys spend 2 to 3 grand on pussy, but who in the for those of us that live in the real world, who the fuck spends $2,000 to $3,000 on pussy? Well, Brad does, because Brad, that's what Brad is missing out on by banging the taco queen. Do the math. It's not do math, right? Do math. You could actually do meth and be better off financially than Brad. I mean, dude, if you're gonna have a retard kid, okay, you're almost better. Right. I need you guys to focus right here. I need to pee first. What I'm going to tell you guys is going to blow your minds. All right. Work with me here. Brad's spending $600 a month, right? On a retard kid. And then he's spending whatever it takes to cohabitate with the taco queen and her kid. Okay, that's probably more. So whatever. I'm not a financial expert, but hear me out. Here's what I would do. I would try and reconcile with Grace's mom. And even if you hated her guts, if you kicked the taco queen out and her bastard child, you're saving that money. And then if you got Heather and Grace to move in, you're going to be minus that 600. Come on, man. And then here's what you do. Here's where you guys are going to realize that I'm a real sick psychopath. Once you kick out the taco queen and her kid, and you get Heather and Grace moved in there where they rightfully should be, and you trick Heather into thinking that you're back in love with her and you love her and you want to be with her forever. Here's what I would try. Well, Heather, I love you. I just think that we're not going to be able to handle Grace, as we age. And, we both work for the postal system. And, as we get older, we're not going to be able to, give the care. And You know, I love Grace, and I just think that you know, instead of Grace being here 24/7, 365, um, you know, with no interaction and no friends and really no outside influence. Heather, I think we need to just give Grace up as a ward of the state and let Grace go be herself. And Heather, I know you're going to fight me on this. I know, Heather, this is going to be tough, but because it's your baby girl, but Heather, she's not going to have any kind of fucking life just living in your apartment with, without any but outside influence. And Heather, if we give her up as a ward of the state, she'll be in a home with people that are just like her, brains like her, and they can be friends, and they have arts and crafts, and they have fun day, and they have, you know, physical education. You know, we could just, the best thing for us, Heather, is we give up Grace to the state. It's the best thing to do for Grace, and that way you and I, um, we can focus on our relationship. And because Heather, I want to be with you for the rest of your life. I love you. I've always loved you. And, you know, I left my first family to be with you, you know. I mean, I had a pretty good life going for me, you know. And then you got stupid, got pregnant, and had a retard. Now you're fucking me over. I need a smoke. It's time to kill Heather, isn't it? I want to fuck Heather. Father is Lord. Yeah, Brad didn't play this the right way. Leaving a chick after you have a fucking retard is the wrong way. You should actually fall back in love with the chick and treat the retard kid like the problem, like you're still in love. And then convince them that, well, we should make this kid the ward of the state. Brad's stupid. Brad doesn't think like a businessman like I do. I'm sorry. Brad's a nice guy. I love Brad. I wish Brad loved me, but he's stupid. Play Hootie, Father. Zach, that was wrong, what you just said. Zach, I can't believe I even read that. Zach, you are my son. Zach, what's your birthday and where was your mother 9 months before that? Because, Zach, I think you're my son. Because I've never met anyone that's more disgusting than you. And I'm convinced Zach is my real son. Take us, Father. I don't think there's any bars around here. Like son, like father. Take us get smokes. Grace Murray wants. Do you smoke cigars like my dad? Grace. What happened to Grace Wolf, the fake Grace? Did we chase her off? Because this is Grace Murray. This is obviously the real daughter of Red. More on Heather. I don't really know anything about Heather. Would you smell Grace's fingers? No. They've obviously been in her ass. All right, I'm going to say it. Those of you fucks that like to record what I'm saying, I'm going to say it. Grace Murray would never get on a fucking train to fucking a death camp. If I was an SS officer, I would fucking stomp her fucking brain on the fucking. Yeah. Why do you guys think that's so crazy? What's wrong with you kids? You younger guys are so freaked out. That's why this world is turning into a shit. Store run, smoky, smoky, choky, choky. Do you like the Highwayman music? Hold on. You cocksucker. I dropped my phone. The Highwayman. Who said that? Of course I like the Highwayman. Chris Christopherson. Dude, who was that chick in Convoy? Chris Christopherson. Allie McGraw? Oh my god. Dude, you guys wouldn't believe how many chicks my age wanted to be Allie McGraw. And now they're just stupid fucking useless cunts that, went to Michigan State, Arizona State, Florida State. They don't even work. They're basically just fucking mammary devices to nurse fucking milk, and now they've turned into fucking liberals. You know, college educated fucking white girls have ruined this country. Everyone thinks fucking black people have ruined this country. No, they haven't. College educated white women who voted for Joe Biden have ruined this country. College educated fucking white women are like, how many of them have jobs? They're all working, they're all just sitting there living fucking off their husband. I need to smoke. Where's my chokey? You talk to my father. Oh, I got one more in the cooler. Alright. I gotta go.